Rick Ross gets petty by performing a Drake feature without the Drake vocals.
Look, I want to do Ask Tomorrow music minus, minus Drake vocals. So no Drake vocals. Minus Drake vocals, so easy. You want to sing that, I'm going to let you sing that. For all the independent women, put your hands up. Why the independent women, put your hands up. Say go, Rose, go, Rose, go.
What's up, world? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep sending those cash out to CLBMG. Join that membership. And are you buying that merch down below? Gang, listen. This was one of the, I'm just going to be honest. You know, I have a very bad taste in my mouth about Verzuz. I've been against Verzuz for quite some time. All of the Verzuz they have announced, I have felt funny about them, and I have said Verzuz has been dead ever since Swizz Beatz and Timbaland unceremoniously sold Verzuz to that chiller or thriller or whatever it's called, and they made a mockery. They kind of played in our faces by building up something during the pandemic that kind of preyed on our boredom and our love of the culture and the artists that reside in the culture, the old school artists, for lack of a better word. Somebody was like, Charles, stop saying old school. I hate that old school shit. Well, I didn't make up the word. I was just giving it. And our old school artists, our old school legends, they were, I'm not going to say used, but they were showcased on Instagram after Swizz Beatz and I believe it was Timbaland had a beat battle, and everybody tuned in to see that. They was like, well, wait, if we can get this many people to watch us do a simple beat battle, what if we get some other legendary artists to start doing their verses and they go against each other? That blew up in the pandemic. For a time, it was good. We were all engaged. We saw it come from very bad Wi-Fi situations and droppages to a well-orchestrated, well-funded, actual concert-like event. And Verzuz really became a part of hip-hop Americana, and which led to them being able to sell it for millions. Well, when they sold it for millions, I myself was in complete shambles because I was like, here we go again. Buy low, sell high. You created something on the back of hip-hop, just like Drink Champs and other shit. You create something on the back of hip-hop. Our legends were once again used to build this thing up, and then they sold it. So I had a real problem with Verzuz going forward. Now, after they sold it, they did that Cypress Hill. Who was it? Cypress Hill versus somebody. That was when Verzuz hit an all-time low. Triller or whatever it's called, Triller. They messed up. They ruined Verzuz, tried to put it behind a paywall, which I said they were going to ruin it, and they did. So they ruined Verzuz badly because they tried to drain. That's what corporations do. They try to drain it for every dollar. Well, ended up happening that they messed it up so bad it was worthless. Black people and people of all colors and creeds that love hip-hop decided to stop watching. Sold it back to Swizz Beatz and Timbaland, and they've been fighting ever since. I want to say it's going on at least a year and a half maybe that they've had it back, and they have been slowly dipping their toe in the water to try to bring Verzuz back to its prominence. And I personally have been feeling like they are still doing it disjustice. I'm just going to be honest. But this was the first one when I heard Rick Ross versus French Montana. I was like, that's kind of interesting. I'm just going to be honest. I know that you probably think like, Charles, ain't you a backpack nigga like that? But Rick Ross has some good music and French Montana have some good music, right? For lack of a better word. Now, I don't go around listening to this shit, but they got some records, okay? All right, so when I heard about this Verzuz, I was like, that is an interesting Verzuz because some of their songs are massive and they're from the same camp, so it shouldn't be too much animosity, right? Ain't no Jeezy first fucking Gucci, right? So it should be, okay, it's going to be a friendly fade and it should be interesting, right? Now, a lot of people were like, is Rick Ross going to do his Drake features? Well, apparently, Rick Ross didn't know because when he got up there, he told the guy on the stage, if I'm not mistaken, to take out the Drake vocals. I don't know how you do that on impromptu, right? But we're going to get to that. I'm going to read his article. But people were curious as to the state of Rick Ross and Drake. Would he do the Drake songs? And when I heard that this verse was coming, I was like, pretty much, I actually would probably tune into this. I didn't tune into it because it actually came up so fast before I even knew that it was coming. I saw the shit that it was coming, and then I looked up and it was over. I was like, what? Like, I think I heard about it maybe 2-3 days before it happened. So I didn't watch this one, but the clips I did see, I was like, wait, this shit looked like a nightclub. We're still doing this shit? Like, apparently, I don't think that they have a lot of faith in what these artists can do, because let's just recap with the Cash Money one. They put the Cash Money versus who was it? Cash Money versus No Limit. They tagged that on another event that was already there, that was already happening. Maybe it was, I don't remember what it was, a boxing match or something. They put it on after it, and it was in, if I'm not mistaken, it was in Vegas. Neither they from New Orleans. Should have had shit in New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken, right? They should have had it there. They did it in Vegas. They tagged it onto another event, so they didn't have to spend so much on the venue. They did everything on the cheap, is what I'm trying to tell you. Now we got another versus, since they've taken, well, they did Tank and Tyrese, which I didn't even watch that. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't really have a desire to watch that one, but I don't know where they put these things at. Then they put this one in what appeared to be a nightclub, right? So I'm like, maybe it's a Trump down kind of arenas. I don't know what's going on, but it feels like they don't have the belief, confidence in this versus thing anymore. They're not putting, because if you saw the Cypress Hill one, it's massive, right? When Triller had it, right? But it feels like they're not fully locked in. They don't want to lose a penny, even though they got sponsorships and this, that, and the third. So when I saw the clips of it, it felt a little underwhelming, gang. I'm just going to be honest. Now, it could be some things I don't know. Maybe it was at the biggest spot in Miami. I don't know. But it looked like a nightclub, okay? So I want to read this article and have this conversation, but I need you to understand where I'm coming from. I felt like this thing is being lowballed once again. Even though I did have interest in this particular show, I feel like they're still lowballing it. Let me read this article. Rick Ross requests Drake vocals to be removed during Aston Martin music at Verzuz by Tally Spencer for all hotnewhiphop.com, okay? Rick Ross has social media buzzing during his Verzuz battle against French Montana after making an unexpected request before performing one of his biggest records. Gang, is all performative, gang. Let's just be honest. If you think that he got there and didn't know that he didn't want them vocals in there, you lost your mind. While preparing to play Aston Martin music, Ross told the DJ, quote, "I want to do Aston Martin music minus Drake vocals. No Drake vocals." The moment immediately caught fans off guard, considering Drake's hook is one of the most recognizable parts of the track. The gang. Rick Ross is a troll, right? Let's just be honest. Rick Ross he damn near just as much of a troll as 50 Cent. So this whole situation of, oh, I want to do it. You're telling the DJ, how the fuck is the DJ gonna take the vocals out? He already had to know this, right? So we clearly could tell that this is performative. It's all for the stage. It's part of the show, and it worked because we're sitting here talking about it, and it got viral news. Kirko and this, that, and the third is sharing it, so it is what it is, right? Let me continue. French Montana quickly responded with a little humor, telling Ross, "If you want to sing it, I'm gonna let you sing that." The interaction instantly spread across X and Instagram, with fans calling the moment awkward, considering it was the most notable part of the song. Either way, the awkward moment became one of the most talked about highlights from the night, which is what they want, highlights. LMAO, the crowd for sure gonna sing Drake parts. He knows better. If he was really about standing on business, he would skip straight to his verse. But he don't and he won't, one person wrote on X. Another person wrote, but without Drake vocals, there is no Aston Martin music. The only part audience sing word for word, another person pointed out. Another person said Aston Martin music originally appeared on Ross's 2010 album, Teflon Don, which to me is Rick Ross's best album. I thought that was a solid piece of work when it dropped. I'm just going to be honest. All right, let me keep it pushing. It featured alongside Drake and Chrisette Michele. The song became one of the biggest hits of Ross' career and helped define the sound he became known for throughout the early 2010s. The moment also arrives during an interesting time for Ross and Drake's relationship. Gang, let me just say this. Rick Ross, first of all, he could have played that, but he just wanted to make it seem like a spur of the moment decision, and he just doesn't know how he feels about it. Let me just take this off here real quick. That was already planned. Now, it's petty because they're there to hear the music in its entirety. You cheated some people out of that song. It ain't that serious where you can't let his vocals play, gang. Let's just be honest. I don't even think Drake said too much about the nigga to be acting like this. I can't even remember one line. Right? He called him something, this, that, and 30, moving on. You the one did a whole lot, way more trolling on him than he did on you. And what you're mad about, French Montana ain't even mad about. Rick Ross is supposedly mad that Drake stopped cease and desist and didn't let French Montana release a song with his verse on it. So he allegedly is mad about that. When French Montana ain't mad about it, never said nothing about it, we don't even know why he did it. He may have had something going on. At the time, I think he probably had the battle going on. Something was going on, and he didn't let the homeboy put the song out. So Rick Ross got mad at him and started making diss records, this, that, and the third. It's some silly shit that honestly ain't really none of your business. Let's just be honest. If French Montana ain't out there screaming out, why are you? Okay? So it's all performative and this, that, and the third. He wanted to get in that because he felt away. He feeling away about some other shit. Let's just be honest. Let me continue. The moment also arrives during an interesting time for Ross and Drake's relationship. While the two artists collaborated heavily for years on records like Stay Scheming and Lord Knows and Money in the Grave, but it's known that the two are beefing and not quite ready to make amends just yet. Back in April, Rick Ross addressed his fallout with Drake during an appearance on the GRM Daily Thoughts Inner Cully series. While reflecting on their past collaborations, Ross made it clear that he still values the music they created together despite their ongoing issues. So you value the music, but you told the DJ to take the vocals out. Math ain't math, the gang. It ain't making no sense. I'm just going to be honest. It's petty. But it was petty for a reason. He needed you to get, oh, what are you doing? He needed all these comments. He needed to go viral. Just to be honest. Why else would this thing go viral? Other than that. Let me continue. Quote, "You never change your past," Ross explained. "The music I created in the past, I could never change. I enjoyed it. And I'm still enjoy it." He also joked about fans refusing to rap Drake's lyrics whenever their records come on in public. Quote, "When I play those records, everybody just be standing and they don't sing his part no more," Ross said. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think you probably cut his part off, or if there's some real diehard fans, they might do that, but I don't see most fans not singing his part. Not to mention, didn't Ross go up to Toronto and these dudes punched on him and this, that, and the third? So Ross kind of be trolling and bringing this stuff up, so it makes everybody know how he feel. So you're either going to take one side or the other, and some people might be trying to appease him and say, oh, no, if his diehard fans, I'm not going to sing it. But I don't think it's that many. I don't think it's that many people not going to sing Drake part. Let's just be honest. No matter what you got to say about the bubble bath rapper, that's the best part of the song. What we doing? Let me continue. When I play those records, everybody just be standing and don't sing his part no more. I be like, no, y'all can sing it. Sing the little man part. The tension between the two artists first happened in 2024 after Drake dissed Ross on push-ups. But didn't Ross diss him first? I'm just going to be honest. Didn't the game come out at Ross because Ross dissed him? Let me continue. After Drake dissed Ross on push-ups, Ross responded with his own track, Champagne Moments. However, despite not playing Drizzy's vocals, Ross still ended up winning the round with Aston Martin music. However, French Montana ultimately won the overall battle with a narrow 10-9 score. The moment proved that Verzuz is just about as much as about the commentary and energy as it is about the music itself. So people gave it to French Montana, which after 20 tracks, I can see it. Rick Ross got some good records, but I don't know how many big records he got, okay? So let me read this another article about the same thing about who won. Fans react to French Montana winning against Rick Ross in Verzuz. This is by Tally Spencer. This is also by Tally Spencer of Hot New Hip Hop. French Montana's Unforgettable is what ultimately helped him win and take home the victory. Rick Ross and French Montana officially faced off on the latest installment of Verzuz. and fans wasted no time debating who walked away with the win. Ever since this matchup was announced, the anticipation for the event has been high. Like I said, this was probably one of the ones that would have got me to watch, and I still didn't watch. It's on YouTube somewhere. I can watch if I want, but I don't know if I want to sit through the whole thing. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't be really sitting through these verses like that no more. Ever since this matchup was announced, the anticipation has been high. Ahead of the event, many fans created their fantasy set list in prediction of who had the better catalog. The Ross versus Montana battle followed Tyrese and Tank's chaotic matchup from last month. But this time around, things stayed focused on luxury rap anthems, club records, and massive feature runs. It was ultimately French Montana who narrowly defeated Ross and walked away with a close 10-9 score. Heading into the event, many fans believe Ross had the clear advantage thanks to his deeper catalog and commanding stage presence. Throughout the night, Rose leaned into fan favorites like B.M.F, Hustlin', and Aston Martin Music, and The Boss. That's the big-ass records, gang, I'm gonna be honest. Reminding viewers why he remains one of the defining rap voices of the 2000s and 2010s. His live performance, and it's crazy to think how long Rick Ross, damn, it's been a long time. Rick Ross been around for a long time, gang, golly. Let me continue. His live performance energy also became a major talking point. Quote, Ross got the better catalog and is the better rapper, one user wrote on X before the battle. Ross is going to be the clear winner, especially after the new Verzuz format live on stage. French got hits, but isn't a good live performer. Instead, French managed to surprise viewers by leaning into some of his biggest street records and club anthems and feature-heavy collaborations. Songs like Shot Caller, Ain't Worried About Nothing, Lockjaw, and Unforgettable all secured round wins for the Bronx rapper, helping him slowly build momentum throughout the night. Those are some good records, too. Like, gang, these two guys got hit records. You can say what you want. You can hate on this, that, and the third, but they got some hit records, gang. I'm just going to be honest. Let me continue. One of the biggest talking points came when French's Chopper Down and Pop Dat combo defeated Ross's own play of Pop Dat, giving French one of the night's most unexpected victories. Tracks like Work Remix and I'm a Coke Boy also earned strong reactions from fans watching online. And a lot of you guys try to say that New York stuff don't play outside of New York. Well, those are New York records, gang. So a lot of that talking about Max B this, Max B that, da. His records do play outside of New York. I just need you guys to know that. Quote, this is not funny. Rick Ross have a better discography, one user wrote on X. Unforgettable over Devil in a Blue Dress. What are we doing? Another person questioned. I had Ross 10-9, but could have went either way. It was almost when French played Unforgettable that French won, to be honest. Another user said. However, Ross still delivered several winning moments during the battle. I'm the Boss, Aston Martin Music, Hustling, B.M.F, and Stay Scheming all secured wins for the mogul, reminding fans why many initially expected him to dominate the matchup. His performance, energy, and stage presence also remain one of the strongest parts of the night. Still, French's ability to pull from underrated catalog and mixtape classics, club records, and massive collaborations ultimately helped push him over the edge in the final tally. Quote, well, French has a couple of hits too. Won't be easy for Rose, another fan predicted beforehand. Regardless of who fans think won, the battle delivered exactly what Verzuz has been missing lately. Energy, nostalgia, and plenty of records people still know word for word. I say it probably was a good thing, but they still are short selling it by having it in what appeared. Gang, you could correct me. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it looked like a nightclub. I don't want to see something so regal in nightclubs, but I guess it's easier to do nightclub music in nightclubs. I don't know, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Who won? Who lost? Is he being petty by taking Drake vocals off? It is what it is, man. I'm out of here. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. And every Wednesday night, we go live on the What Show, BTJ and Fliz. Tap in 9:15, 9:30. We are coming back next week. We will be there one way or another. Just a lot of shit going on, but we'll be back, all right? And the Patreon is up. Tap in, sign up. It got accounts starting as little as free. Got free 99 over there on my Patreon. I do exclusive stuff for that if you want to tap in and become a member of the fam. Last but not least, Peanut Butter Tim's new video. Me, TJ, and Fliz, we barking on that. That's off the What Project. That is on all streaming platforms. Get in there. Watch that video. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. That's in my videos on my video page, all right? I'm out of here. I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Peace.
Look, Mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard and put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin, with the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin, and then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.